The federal government is to raise about 35 billion naira for the Ajaokuta Light Steel mill through the local financial market. The Minister of Steel Development, Mr. Shuaibu Audu, disclosed this to correspondents after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu in the Presidential Villa, Abuja. According to him, the mill will produce iron rods to be used in the road construction program of the administration and enable the creation of thousands of jobs in the country.
The Minister of Works, Mr. Senator David Umahi, has already written a letter to me through his ministry guaranteeing that there will be off-takers in the iron rods that are being produced. Basically, the President, under the Renewed Hope agenda, which the Minister of Works is driving, plans to construct about 30,000 kilometers of road across Nigeria, where they will need about 7 million metric tons of iron rods. We can produce about 400,000 tons of those iron rods in Ajaokuta if we're able to restart the steel plant. Mr. President gave approval for us to raise money locally.
The minister said that there was also a joint meeting with the Minister of Defense, Muhammad Baduru, with the President on the Ajaokuta steel plant.
We are setting up a military hardware capacity and capability in Ajaokuta steel plant, and based on that, the Chinese people would help us to, the Chinese team would help us to build that hardware, military hardware capabilities in Ajaokuta in one of the production units.
Audu explained that the entire resuscitation of the steel plant would cost between $2 billion and $5 billion. The minister said that the meeting also discussed the commitment of a Chinese company at the G20 summit in India to invest $5 billion in the steel sector of the economy. On recent media reports that the Ajaokuta steel plant had been cut off from the national grid, Audu said the federal government would ensure that the issue was resolved quickly.
So part of what we plan to do is to sit down on the table in the next few days as quickly as possible to be able to come up with a plan so that they can put it back on the grid and put things back in order. It's a gradual process. Ajaokuta cannot be revived overnight. This is an institution. This is a plan that has not been working for 45 years. It's a difficult task to try and get it back on track. So we need the support of the entire government apparatus, we need support of stakeholders, we need support of everyone to be able to do this difficult job, including the electricity company, to be able to help us to get this project back on track so that we can create the thousands, the hundreds of thousands of jobs that we want to create for Nigerians.